guys, it's Kelly. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm excited because I'm going to be doing like a hybrid unboxing slash haul slash first impressions video. Yep. I love doing unboxings. I have so much fun with them. And today I have a selection from Stylevana. Now, Stylevana is a pretty new Asian beauty retailer on the scene. They're located in Hong Kong, and I've noticed a few things about them because I've been coming across them a lot recently. Number one, they have a really good selection of Korean skincare and makeup products. Like every brand that you can think of is on Stylevana. Very impressive. And they have a good selection of Japanese beauty products as well. Plus, I've noticed some clothing on their website. So they've got a little bit of everything for everyone. The second thing I've noticed is they have really good sales and really good deals. They definitely do. So I was really excited when Stylevana reached out to me to make this video. So heads up, the video is sponsored by Stylevana. I've picked out a selection of products here that you know are going to be perfect for sensitive skin, fragrance-free, essential oil-free, and alcohol-free. So we're going to be unboxing these. We're going to be talking about ingredients, textures, and then later on I'm going to update you with some first impressions once I've used these on my skin. So if you're so ready to see what I picked out from Stylevana, give the video a big thumbs up and let's get started. All right, so can you guess what the first product I picked out is? It's an essence, of course, a first essence. This is the Secret Key Starting Treatment Essence. And can you guys believe I've never tried this? This is like one of the most popular products in K-beauty, and this is the first time I'm going to be using it, so I'm really excited. Now, I did try the Rose Edition last summer, I think it was, and you know what, it really wasn't for me, but I did try the sheet mask version, which is basically a sheet mask soaked in this stuff, and I loved it. So I'm like jazzed to have this in my hands right now. So this contains galactomyces, which you guys know is super famous for giving your skin that really beautiful, translucent, healthy, bright glow. And I have heard so many people describe this as a dupe for SK2. Super expensive SK2, which I personally have never tried, but maybe one day. And I've also heard people say that this is a much more affordable dupe for the Misha First Essence. So I'm definitely excited to put my 2 cents in, weigh in on that down the road once I've used this longer. But it kind of looks like the Misha, doesn't it? Like the frosted glass bottle and then the silver cap. It's reminiscent. Okay, so I wanted to check out the ingredients just a little bit further. Galactomyces is listed as ingredient number 4, but right before that, I got really excited because I noticed arbutin, ingredient number 3. Now, arbutin, one of my favorite brightening ingredients, so effective, particularly for dark marks and sun damage. Quite a few different mushroom extracts being used here. And mushroom, just kind of generally speaking, is actually a good anti-aging ingredient. Really helps with the elasticity of skin. Some mushroom extracts can even help stimulate collagen or protect collagen on the skin. I will tell you, I am noticing dimethicone pretty close to the bottom of the ingredients list here. I will say it's not my favorite ingredient to see, especially in a watery type of product like an essence or a toner. I will definitely have to see how this goes on my skin. All right, you know I got to try out that texture, and ooh, this is so classically like First Essence, you know, super runny, super watery, but it's got that thin feeling to it. It absorbs in the skin so quickly. Wow, I really like this. You know, I love a good First Essence, and this is just exactly the texture that I expect. Okay, so it definitely feels very thin. I thought I felt a lot of hydration when I put it on my hand, but you know what? This doesn't have a ton of hydration. Not bad, but not a ton. I'm definitely already craving my toner. But it does feel nice. It does leave the skin feeling a little silky. Dimethicone. Just want to see how my toner feels when I put that on. Just this guy. Okay, you know what? My toner feels just the way that it would. It doesn't feel like it's blocked or anything like that. And honestly, I do think that the Secret Key kind of has that boosting effect of hydration,
with the Soonjung toner, because this definitely feels really, really nice. So I'm really impressed and definitely excited for the long-term benefits of the Secret Key, but it does have a really pleasing feel on the skin, and it seems to be performing pretty well so far.
So next up is from Iunik. Now this is a brand that I found a lot of great products from, and I've actually had my eye on this particular one for a long time, so I'm so excited to be finally trying it. It's their Black Snail Restore Serum. Yes, I love a good snail product, and this actually has 70% of snail in it. Okay, so the texture is really nice. You know, I'm not noticing any tackiness or stickiness. It absorbed pretty nicely onto the skin, and definitely I can feel that there's like that hydration, but also a touch of moisture. So I took a look at the ingredients list. Definitely a lot of snail here. There's a good amount of different extracts, but what really stood out to me is that there's some fermentation in here, and there's a touch of rose hip oil, which is such an interesting ingredient, and that might be where we're getting that little light moisturization from. So definitely a really nice beneficial oil to be found in here. And I'm excited to give this one a go because, I mean, like, who doesn't love a great snail product?
Okay, so this does, when I first tried it in the unboxing, it did feel very moisturizing, and I actually would stand by that. This feels very nice and moisturizing and hydrating. It's actually quite balanced, but still lightweight. It feels actually really nice. Kind of one of those like all season type of serums, not too heavy, not too light. And yeah, there's no stickiness or tackiness to this one. I always kind of like check on snail serums for that, because sometimes they can have a little like tack to them, but this is not sticky at all. It is stringy, like that is so entertaining. I can see this being a very like reliable serum that I reach for a lot, just because it gives you that balance, that hydration and that moisture, bringing all the good snail benefits. You know, this is such a nice lightweight, non-tacky or sticky texture that it's going to work with any other skincare that I want to pair with it. So I am definitely excited about this one. I can see this one being really, really handy.
So next up, I did pick out another serum, and this is actually a brand I've been real curious to try. I've never tried it before. It's 9 Wishes. This is their Hydra Ampule Serum, and a couple of things that really drew me in. Number one, it's a brand I never tried. Like, you know, you always got to like kind of up the ante when you come to skincare addiction. So I was really excited to try a new brand. But I was also really curious about this because the star ingredient, like the hydrating ingredient in this, you'd actually be surprised because it's not one you come across a lot. And yet when I do, I love it. And that's coconut water. Coconut water is the first ingredient in this serum. And if you have dehydrated skin, you need to get on coconut water. This is not coconut oil, by the way. Coconut water, totally different. It is deeply hydrating. It quenches that thirsty dragon underneath your skin. So to see it as the number one ingredient in this serum, and like not just, you know, like nothing wrong with beta glucan or hyaluronic acid, but they're boring, okay? Coconut water is exciting. Okay, so the texture, it's very runny and light, but you can see there's a little bit of body to this, and I'm feeling just a touch of like a slip, like a little light moisturization on this one. And I already feel this is like very hydrating, very, very light, and almost kind of like a refreshing and cooling way. The hydration is really nice, and this is absorbing into my skin really nicely. So ingredients, and if I'm reading this correctly, because this is under the Korean ingredients list, there's 51% of coconut water and 25% of sodium hyaluronate. Now, the other thing I noticed, because there's quite a few extracts in here, which is, you know, interesting, but I was looking for oil, because I thought that there was that touch of moisture, really light touch of moisture to this. I would swear that there was a little bit of oil in here, and I found it. There's some squalane in here.
I love how this feels because it's got like this nice cushiony effect to it. So it feels like hydrating, but it's not just like thin and watery, you know? It's got like that little cushiony effect to it, and there's just a whisper of moisture to this. It feels so nice. It feels, I can already feel it's just like so balancing, so lightweight. And as you kind of work it into the skin, I'm feeling this like burst of hydration, you know, that like cooling, refreshing, watery hydration that's just like really it feels like it's getting really deep into my skin. Really no stickiness or tackiness, but it's not just pure water. You know what I mean? Like, this is gonna be great for combo skin, really dehydrated skin. This is gonna be really good because it's not just hydrating. There is that touch of balancing moisture to this that's still so lightweight and pleasing. This is gonna be great. I'm maybe almost the most excited about this one because for the upcoming summer, my skin is just gonna drink this up. And I think there's a toner or an essence in this line, and I'm definitely getting this one.
Okay, you guys know I have a very up and down relationship with COSRX, right? Some of the products I absolutely love, some of their products I absolutely despise. But I recently came across a moisturizer from them that contains ceramides, cholesterol, and fatty acids. And I'm all about that in my moisturizer. So I was actually starting to get really excited about this product. This is their Moisture Power Enriched Cream, and this is part of their Hydrium line. I really kind of admire what they've been doing with their new packaging. I think it looks very cool and sleek and modern, and it's not like, over the top. I don't know, I just really like it. Ooh, I always get excited when I see that like beautiful white fluffy cream. It's always a good indication that it's gonna work for my dry skin. It's a really white and light fluffy looking cream, but once you spread that across your skin, you can see it's already creating that protective layer. It feels really rich and nourishing on the skin, but it's light. It doesn't, at least on my hand, it's not feeling heavy at all, and it's not really greasy. It's absorbing into the skin really nicely. I can feel this is a nice occlusive cream. So I had to get in deeper with this ingredients list. So I did notice quite a few different silicones on the list. Totally makes sense because my skin feels really, really soft and conditioned. Not a big deal for me in moisturizer. I actually kind of like a little touch of silicone in my moisturizer personally. I just don't like to see them in toners and essences. Coconut oil. Again, I actually kind of like coconut oil. I don't have a problem with it in my skincare, but I know some of you guys do. So heads up. I see propolis extract in here. I see the ceramides. I see the cholesterol. I see some sodium hyaluronic.
Okay, maybe this is too much. We'll find out. It is creating this I can feel this light but occlusive layer on my skin. It feels light, but because it's creating the protective layer, I almost want to call it medium weight. It's not heavy, but it's almost more medium weight. It's just a little bit lighter than Iunik and a little bit less nourishing. And honestly, this is great for the morning because I'm about to just put on my sunscreen, and I don't feel like I have to kind of give it a second to settle in. This is pretty nice, and it's not I have oil on, but it's not very shiny. I feel very well protected, locked down, but still breathable.
So recently, if you haven't noticed, I've been having a bit of a love affair with Isntree. I've been trying all of their products. I've been really, really interested in the brand as a whole. And so I picked out their Sensitive Balancing Sun Protection Sunscreen. This is a mineral sunscreen, SPF 50 with a PA of +4. So here's the thing about mineral sunscreen and me. I have a really hard time getting a mineral sunscreen to be successful on my skin. Believe it or not, I have sensitive skin, but mineral sunscreen tends to make me feel very, very dry. I have a sneaking suspicion it's zinc oxide, which means it's going to be very difficult for me to get away from that drying feeling of mineral sunscreen, but I am willing to kind of try and experiment. And this is a fragrance-free option, which again, can be hard to find in Korean skincare. So I definitely feel like this is worth testing and taking a chance on. Oh, wow. Okay, so the first thing that I'm just feeling is how creamy it feels. This is definitely gonna have a white cast, though, I can already tell you that. It is it's spreading nicely, but it is taking a minute to work it into my skin. A little plasticky. Here's the thing about mineral sunscreen, they definitely have a very distinct smell, and there's no fragrance in this, so I can't complain about that too much, but it's a little plasticky. I don't mind it actually. I'm just I'm noticing it. Okay, so can you guys see the difference? It's the white cast here and then my bare hand. So it's not bad on my skin tone, but it's definitely, there's a white cast. Really interesting texture because it almost felt like a moisturizer. Like putting it across my skin, it didn't feel like a sunscreen. It kind of felt like a moisturizer, and it has a moisturizing finish to it. So this is actually, like, I'm cautiously optimistic about this. This is promising.
And I'm sure I'm going to put on too much because I always over apply my sunscreen, but honestly, do you really think that that's a big problem? So I'm just going to start from the top, and I'm sure that this is going to be a little bit messy, but whatever. Main thing I'm concerned about based on the swatch from the unboxing is the white cast. I think it's going to be okay. And honestly, sometimes, I mean, you see how I have all this like redness on my face right now? Sometimes that white cast just acts like a natural, almost like a tone-up cream. As long as it's not too gray, it works really nicely. So I just, like I said, it was really generous layer. So I just kind of try to get an even sort of coating. And then I have enough for my neck. So this is like, you can see, this is kind of hard to work into the skin. Like this is going to take a little elbow grease to get it in. Okay, so definitely you see that like my skin tone is a little whiter. I think if you're darker than me, it's going to start to get real pasty on you. But for me, this is acceptable to me. I don't mind this. The real test for me in mineral sunscreen is about 4 to 6 hours from now if my skin feels tight or dry, because I always feel like mineral sunscreens make my skin quite mattified and it starts to dry out my skin. Yeah, the white cast, it's actually kind of like a nice tone-up cream. So we'll see, but definitely promising so far. Okay, so I just had to do an update. I've had the sunscreen on now for 8 hours. I did reapply and no pilling. Whoa, I was so expecting at least some, but I really didn't get any. So that was incredibly impressive. I also noticed sometimes mineral sunscreens, throughout the day, I noticed that they start to kind of like bunch up around like little dry patches that I have on my face, and that did not happen with this at all. Like I'm not noticing any of that at all. So like I'm very, very impressed with the performance of this, but I will tell you, I do feel extra dryness around my nose and my mouth area, some increased dehydration, which is very much in line with how I generally feel with most mineral sunscreens. But honestly, if you're more combination skin, if you're not that sensitive to mineral sunscreen, this is performing really, really well already. A lot of things I don't like about mineral sunscreens, this has passed the test. So I just wanted to update you guys on that, but I'll definitely keep playing around with it. But there's a lot of stuff about this to really, really like. And how cute, they have a Keep Cool and Soothe mini set. You guys know I absolutely love Keep Cool products. They do have the full range on Stylevana, but this is actually, the one thing I noticed about Stylevana is they have a lot of options for like deluxe sizes and mini sizes, and that can really be a good way to see if you like something without wasting A, money, and B, product, right? It's just get the sample sizes. So this is actually a great way to try the Keep Cool and Soothe line, because this one has the mini toner, which sometimes I get asked what's like my top favorite like hydrating product or my top favorite toner. This is it, the Keep Cool and Soothe toner. So they have a little toner in here. They also have the Soothe Serum, which I'm actually a really big fan of as well. And they recently came out with the Keep Cool and Soothe lotion, which is like really lightweight moisture, almost like an emulsion type of product. If you're really super oily, you might be able to use this as your final layer, but it is also one of those nice like emulsion type products too. So there's a little bit of flexibility with this one. And this does have that really nice, beautiful, refreshing, cooling hydration with a touch of moisture. This set is actually a great way to try out all three products without investing in all of them. So that's the one thing I noticed about Stylevana. They do offer a lot of those mini sizes, and I think that can be a great way to try some products out. I did partner with Stylevana on this video, so you know I got you guys a discount code. The code is going to be INFE
10 Kelly D, and I am putting that in the info box so you can just copy and paste it. And this code is going to save you 15% off of select brands like Purito, Iunik, 9 Wishes, Keep Cool, Benton, Make Prem, and it's going to save you 10% on all the other brands on Stylevana. So if you want to check them out before you check out, make sure to use the code so you can save some cash. So I'm curious, have you guys ordered from Stylevana before or been thinking about it? And I'm also curious to know what product from this unboxing you're most excited to see me do a review on. So let me know in the comment box below. If you're not already subscribed to my channel, you love the video, please consider subscribing. I release 2 new Korean skincare focused videos every single week, and turn on notifications so you're never out of the loop. If you want a daily dose of K-beauty on your Instagram feed, come join me over on Instagram. I post mini reviews, I introduce new products and show my routines there. So definitely come join me on Instagram if you want to. I can't wait to see you guys in the next video. I hope you are having a fantastic day. I hope you are healthy, happy, and safe, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.